Hello, 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 hello. Welcome to the Impact Radio Show, presented by the Florida Star. Guys, it's me. I know it's been a while since I've hosted. It's your girl, Vanessa. Nice to hear from you. Nice to see you. Glad you guys made it to Thursday. We're spanning over 1.3 million listeners covering North Florida, Southern Georgia. Peace and welcome to the Impact Radio Show presented by the Florida Star. Guys, you'll see some new faces, some old faces. We got two producers on. The Reverend CJ.
Hello, everybody.
He's producing in the corner, and Dr. Sean, say what's up.
What's up? What's up, Doc?
She said, "What's up?" I think that's trademark. I don't know if you can use it.
It's not. I'm saying, what up?
See, that's why you are the doctor.
Bugs Bunny is not coming for royalties today.
We are going to have an excellent broadcast this evening, and we'll have a moment with Reverend Carl. Those of you that are on the live, say what's up to Eldry in the corner.
Hey,
She's sitting there checking us out, seeing what we got going on. Probably going to ask you a few questions in a few seconds. But before we get too far into it, guys, do business with one of the oldest Black-owned media companies in America. Now more than ever, it is important for you to support independent and locally owned media. Weekly subscriptions are available at thefloridastar.com, thefloridastar.com, thefloridastar.com. It wouldn't be the show if I didn't say that 3 times.
No, you got to say it 3 times.
3 times at least. So for those of you going out this fine Thursday, if you're getting dressed for a nice night out, call in now. We're listening in around the area to see what's going on tonight. We know Thursday is the night to go out. Check in with the crew. What y'all got going on tonight? Call 904-766-3401 before 8:50 and take your answer off the air. Man, we did a lot today, and I'm still kind of reeling for that.
I feel like we've been at a party every day this week.
We really kind of have. It is the Jacksonville Sister Cities Association Sister Cities International Southeast Conference happening that we teased last week with Miss Brenda. So we have been going to sessions all day. I had an opportunity to moderate today. And it's been really, really interesting. I mean, if you guys think things are not happening in Jacksonville, you're really just asleep, to be honest with you. We had dignitaries from Taiwan, Mexico, Ghana. Who else was here? South Africa, of course. We had several different.
South America.
Yeah, several dignitaries from South Africa because we have the sister city relationship with South Africa. And it's just like, you just level up just from being in the room. I mean, Dr. Charles Moreland was there. Joyce Morgan Danford was there. Councilwoman Morgan, she was there. So it's really like a who's who of Jacksonville in your backyard. Very accessible.
Yeah. And by the way, when we were at the gala, the dinner, Dr. Powell's photo booth was a hit. Yes, Dr. Sean Powell's photo booth was a hit. We played in front of it.
Yeah. Always.
We kept messing up though. It was like every time we hit the X, it was like one click. So we were literally just sitting there, click.
I think we were a little tired.
We were a little tired. Yeah.
If I could say that.
But yeah, the photo booth was definitely fun, Dr. Sean.
Yes, please book Dr. Sean with the photo booth. But there's been so much going on. And next week we're always looking for guests. I should start doing the ads for guests live on the show. So we're always looking for guests.
Always.
Yeah. So please reach out if you're interested in being a guest. It's lovely to see you.
Yes.
I have a big paw. Oh no. I have no idea what that means. Anyway, sorry, that's our live YouTube commenter. We thank you for watching live. I will be. I just want to also let you guys know that I will be following up on stories like what's going on in Georgia, what's going on in Jacksonville. The budget dropped today, the mayor's budget. I talk about it like an album drop because I'm really interested in what's happening in the city. But the budget for the mayor, he presented his budget to the city council today. So there's going to be some fallout from that, as people process what that means, especially when you're talking about violence in the city.
Yes.
It's interesting to see like how much money we spend on police officers. Just a little tidbit, but we are going to head to a break and then get some news in and then chat with Eldry. You've been listening to the IRS show. Thanks, you guys. Peace. This man's professional. Yay. Would you like this to go live on? Okay, I'm not selfish.
I'm not sure.
It's really how much better than I heard this stuff.
Okay.
The videos are good to play. And the videos good to play.
Yeah, any of them. Oh, not the ours is. Not the vendors and brunch.
Okay, that's right. Doing Talk Productions.
That's like more like the ending.
Ending. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I forgot I used that. I'm gonna do the news on this real quick, and then I'll push this over to CJ.
Did you share it in the Google Drive?
That's good. Welcome back to the Impact Radio Show presented by the Florida Star. Don't forget to do business with a trailblazing female-owned independent media company. Help preserve the legacy of Mrs. Claire McLaughlin by supporting the Florida Star today. Ask your favorite local business to carry current issues. More information at THEFLORIDASTAR period COM thefloorstar.com. A quick news.
The next time you mess with me about reading this script literal, I'm going.
A quick news break for the listeners of WCGL from the Florida Star. Guys, did you know that 17 people received the Presidential Medal of Freedom at the White House? All right, this is from Ms. Stacey Brown. A report about bout with COVID kept actor Denzel Washington from attending the Presidential Medal of Freedom ceremony at the White House on Thursday, but 16 others, including Olympic champion Simone Biles, U.S. soccer player Megan Rapinoe, and Khazir Khan, joined President Joe Biden to accept their respective honors. Guys, what an honor. Also from the Florida Star, the Biden administration celebrated historic gun legislation bill at the White House ceremony. Again, by Ms. Stacey Brown. President Joe Biden on Monday touted historic progress on actions to reduce gun violence. He said his administration has taken more executive action to reduce gun violence than any other president during their first 2 years in office. He celebrated the passage of this bipartisan Safer Communities Act, which he called the most significant gun violence reduction legislation to pass Congress in 30 years. Man, that's a long time. I don't want to say Biden would know because he's been in Congress for 30 years, but he's been in Congress for about 30 years.
He's about as old as Congress.
We're not doing that on WCGL tonight, CGL. We're not. Comcast is pushing a program offering free internet service for millions of households. Once again by Stacey Brown. After the White House announced a plan to expand access to affordable high-speed internet for millions of Americans, particularly low-income families, it didn't take long for Comcast to ensure its customers took advantage. The Affordable Connectivity Program, ACP, is created under the historic bipartisan infrastructure bill has allowed Comcast to offer free and discounted internet service to customers. Wow. So, hey, let me know in the chat if you guys are taking a part of this or if you're a Comcast member. I do not have Comcast.
No.
I've heard it's not that great of service already what it's paid for. So I hope that you guys are really taking advantage of some of these things that the administration has rolled out. I know my daughter has access to, a laptop from DCPS and some internet from DCPS for being a part of school. So there's a lot of these initiatives going out, and we're excited for that. Pharmacists turned entrepreneurs design all natural beard care line for men of color. What? This is a local article in Jacksonville. Pharmacist Derek McElvey Jr.
Yeah.
and Dr. Theron Douglas.
Theron,
thank you. Created the Everyday Fresh Club, a line of all natural products specifically designed to address the deficiencies in hair, skin, and bald care products for men of color worldwide. You know what? Bald care is a thing. People think we're joking. The way the sun is right now, you need to be protecting the tops of your head, brothers, please. This is something that's developed by pharmacists, and they worked in the same floor of a military hospital for a week and became good friends. And so I think we should support these young brothers. Please look for the brand is called Everyday Fresh Club. Last but not least, for those of you in the know, the Supreme Court has officially overturned Roe v. Wade by Stacey Brown. Americans no longer have constitutional right to abortion after the Supreme Court ruled on Friday, June 24th, to overturn landmark Roe v. Wade, taking away reproductive rights that have been in place since 1973. And that is your headlines from thefloridastar.com. Audrey, what you got going on?
Well, we got the Natural Beauty Fest going on this Saturday.
Yeah.
Shout out. You see your girl doing street reporting. So come fly.
Okay.
African gentleman and African lady will also be at the Natural Beauty Fest. Shameless plug.
Yeah, we will be out there. So that's nice. So you said, what did you call it?
I'm a street reporter.
Street reporter.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I just be covering.
You on the beat. That's your beat.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, now.
It's exciting. I'm excited to see all the vendors. I'm excited to hear the performances. It's going to be a fashion show on the West Stage. So that's always going to catch my eye. So,
You know what I like about the Natural Beauty Fest is that it's a really big collaboration in the city. Like every time it's come around, I've seen everybody's name attached to it. And I think that's a beautiful thing. Because we need each other.
Yeah, and it goes against the stigma that we can't work together or that there's no community, but we are community. We're very much so community, and this is like the opportunity to just see it and feel it on a molecular level. Like you get to eat, you get to drink, go check out Char, like the VIP section, because she's gonna have them drinks for you.
So you saying May is gonna be
May?
Oh no.
Them cocktails.
Again, didn't we mention that we were going to be
Okay, yeah. Y'all gonna get clothes, man. Come on, skincare, all of that. You got a place for your kids right behind the West Stage. So, fellas, cigar lounge. Come on, y'all gotta come out and support.
Now this is in the Equestrian Center,
right off of Normandy.
All right, for those of you that are from the beach like myself, is it an indoor or outdoor venue?
It's an indoor venue.
Okay.
It's an indoor venue and it's huge. Come prepared to spend $5 at parking. I don't want y'all to get mad at yourselves.
Yes, $5 for parking. And
way.
Listen, guys, just be prepared to spend money,
Be
okay? Because you're
prepared to
supposed to
spend
come
a
out there
little
and support.
Right.
That's what it's for.
Especially if you're looking for authentic African wear.
You
You can always stop by the African gentleman and African lady table and get your shea butter, your waist beads, your earrings. Come on.
All of it. It's the shea butter for me. Okay.
all day long,
It's
guys.
always the shea butter for me.
We are up against a break, and we'll come back to the Impact Radio Show with a few events by Reverend CJ and an impactful moment you don't want to miss. Stay tuned, y'all. Bye. Scrap.
Switch.
He about to preach, so you might want to scoot to the side.
Okay.
I mean,
I wish I would have knew sooner about it.
About what?
The event this Saturday, I would have been a part of. Everybody want to know in the city is a part of it.
Really?
LP, y'all, I'm like,
We didn't get on until last week.
hey, little baby. Hey, little baby.
You see the little dreadhead stuff. I brought my daughters here. Yeah. I brought my daughters here once.
I asked her if she went first. She was like, you ever been there? I was like, no. She was like, well, you go check it out first. You know? I was like, all right, girl.
Everything I do has to be kid friendly. I got 5 kids.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Florida Star. It is your executive producer, Reverend Carl Frederick. Before we get into your events, we would like to remind you to please ask your favorite businesses to do business with the Florida Star. So you can go ahead and grab your current issues at your favorite businesses. And we ask you to please think about subscribing to the Florida Star. You can get it in print and you get it digital. How much is it again? You know, less than a cup of coffee almost. It's like
less than $100
a year.
Than a cup of
less than a cup of coffee.
Less than $100 for 2 years digitally.
For 2 years digitally. So please, we ask, also if you are a writer and you are interested in submitting your work to the Florida Star, we ask that you go to thefloridastar.com. I am not going to spell it because I know myself. I'll look right at it and still say it wrong. But we want to go ahead and let you know about the events that is going on. Note, private screening and Black Rodeo Day Party presented by Black Films Matter is this Sunday at 4 p.m. Listen, I love a good horror movie, and I also like a good western. So you got black cowboys and aliens. I don't want to spoil it for you, but that definitely sounds like fun. And Trey Solo always put on a good party. So yes, go ahead and get those tickets and go to that day party. Support Black Films Matter. I think it's going to be a real good movie and a real fun party. Tomorrow at 8, Skinny Pit Catering is having a relaunch gala at 3903 North Main Street in Jacksonville 32206. That sounds like some really good food. Social Saturdays Sundress and Sneakers Day Party is 926 Arlington Road North. I actually said this was the one that we wanted to go to, but we are doing the most as we normally are. But that also sounds like a good time. And also, please, this Saturday at 1 p.m., don't miss a beat Jazz Festival at Woodstock Park. It is this Saturday at 1 p.m. And also, lastly, I'm going to mention a comedy showcase. That's actually going on now, so we may be a little late, but it's always good to go out, laugh. The Bible says, that laughter do is good like a medicine, contentious spirit will drop the bone. I am real excited about this evening's impactful moment.
Is you?
Yes, I am. Sean, you ready?
I'm waiting.
You waiting?
Yep.
So listen. Matthew 7 is probably one of the most problematic chapters in the New Testament, right? Judging, narrow roads, comparisons. But one of my favorite parables in that chapter is Jesus talking about the comparison of taking the broad road, which leads to destruction, and the narrow road that leads to salvation. Mm-hmm. But see, the funny part about it is when you first hear this story at first glance, people think that the broad road says hell and that the narrow road says heaven. They actually both say heaven. It's just which one is a true road and which one is the not so true road. So when you're going down that narrow road and that broad road, everybody can see each other across the street. Everybody on the broad road looking at the people on the narrow path going, does it really take all that to be saved? Like, do you really have to imply discipline and read your scriptures and attend service regularly, and be a part of the natural body? While everybody on the narrow road can easily look across the streets and why does everybody on the broad road have it so easy? They're so philanthropic and skipping through the vicissitudes of life like nothing's bothering them. But you will notice that even though they both may say heaven, they're going to lead to two different paths. Let's think about our success today. Everybody loves the Hollywood version of success, laying on the balconies, drinking Mai Tais, waiting on the butler, when real successful people are stressed out. I am around a lot of successful people now. You know what they're not doing? Sitting on the rooftops, sitting Mai Tais with no worry. We're walking that narrow road. And you know what usually happens? Everybody says, I want to be successful, right? So everybody gets on that broad road, all those big ideas. I know what I'm doing. They start walking down the road and they realize that it's stuff like budgets and overhead costs and management and planning, and not just planning 30 days out, but like at least 90 days so you can have mental health while you're trying to do what you're doing and balancing a professional career and children. And you like all of a sudden that road don't seem so fun no more. And then like most people on the broad road, they have to make a choice. They're either going to stay on a more narrow path or realize that the broad road is going to only lead them to destruction after destruction after destruction. Because listen, kings know that lowly is the head that wears the crown. People know that who are actually chasing after their faith and they're really trying to grind for God. They know that when temptation comes knocking, I can be on that broad road and it can seem like it's okay. But when I end up in the woods, I wasn't on the road. I was just following the crowd. But when you on a narrow path, you can normally clearly, right, Dr. Sean, clearly see stuff edged in the grass. It is leading somewhere. Broad road, usually you just end up anywhere. Do you know that just because of disobedience, an 11-day trip, from Egypt to Canaan.
Come on now, come on.
Let's go. Let's look at that. An 11-day trip from Egypt to Canaan turned into 40 years because everybody was on a broad road. And their resolve was, we would rather go back to eating flesh pots because our bellies were full. Y'all know what flesh pots are? It's like old fish eyes, fish heads, everything, it's the chitlin of the fish. And they said we would rather eat that back in Egypt than to be out here hungry trying to find the promised land. And that mentality turned an 11-day trip into 40 years. I'm trying to tell y'all today, if I can impact y'all on anything, go the narrow road. No, it ain't going to always be fun not eating McDonald's because we trying to get to South Africa in February. No, it ain't going to always be fun, not putting back the pair of shoes. I'm trying not to get high off my own supply with buying all these clothes that I'm on inventory. That stuff is broad road thinking. I got a narrow mind. When people tell me I'm narrow-minded, thank you, because it's my narrow mind that's going to get that church. It's that narrow mind that's going to get that clothing line. It's that narrow line that's going to keep me sleeping at night when I'm making deals and I'm not being shady because I'm trying to walk a narrow road. The next time somebody say, you have such a closed view, thank you, because I got blinders on. I'm not looking to the right. I'm not looking to the left, because while you may enjoy your Gucci bag today, I'm trying to buy a house tomorrow. You got to stay on that narrow path. If I can impact you guys on anything, stay on the narrow road. Whether it's in your faith or in your success, it's a narrow road. The broad road will only lead you to the pride and destruction. We want to thank all of our sponsors. We have such gratitude for all of our listeners, to all of our writers and producers. Thank you for presenting the Florida Star by the Ritz Theater and Museum, African Lady, African Gentleman, the IRS Business Team. Special thanks to our guests, Miss Eldry. Dr. Sean, it is always fun to have you in the Amen Corner. Shout out to Shayna with Crumple for Success. This has been the Impact Radio Show, and we thank you for listening. We now return you back to your regular scheduled gospel music.
Awesome. There we go. Now I'm going to do the love letter. A love letter. You know, I see her with amount of love.
Juice.
Strawberry
You
love.
said I was like, the strawberry.
The
Yeah.
strawberry.
Let me end this broadcast. We about to cut up, y'all.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.